Hello and welcome to The Book Life. I honestly don't know if I should be filming this video because I've never read this few books in a month. It's actually insane. I'm looking at my Goodreads and I'm shocked and sad, and yeah, I just can't believe how little I read this month. But in total, I did read 4 books. 4 books. That is so sad. I have not read that few books in a month in so long. Yes, it was hectic. I was traveling, I moved, but 4 books. 4. Anyway, so yes, it is officially December 1st, which means I keep mentioning this, but I genuinely have 31 days to read 30 books to meet my Goodreads goal. And now I'm terrified because November was supposed to help me a lot with that. I wanted to read like 15 in November, but it's okay. You live and you learn. But this is gonna be a short video. Let's go over all the books I did read in November. The sun just came out so strong. Is there anywhere I can hide? No, it's everywhere. Okay. Well, the first book I read was Crooked Kingdom, since I did read Six of Crows in October, and I don't really care deeply for the series. I haven't really liked any Leigh Bardugo book that much, surprisingly. She just isn't my type of author. I don't love her writing style. I don't love the world building. I think a lot of the times it's just confusing, and then once I get it, I'm no longer that interested, if that makes sense. And the characters I just find very unbelievable for their ages. So I never fully connected to her writing for this duology or Shadow and Bone, but I finished it, at least. I did read that this month. I also read It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, and this book I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought it was a very, very cute rom-com, and she writes such good smut, genuinely, so I really enjoyed it. And she has a Christmas book that just came out, and I already bought it. I'm very excited. I really want to read that this month, so hopefully this month I actually meet my reading goals, but fingers crossed. Then I read a reread of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and my oh my was I reminded by why I'm disappointed in it and how it's such a cash grab. It is poorly written. The dialogue is so unrealistic compared to the characters you meet and fall in love with in the original series. And I'd seen the first part of the play in person in New York, and it was phenomenal. It was so beautiful and I loved it. So then seeing this was, I guess, rereading this was such a disappointment, because I will say the first time I read Cursed Child, I actually really liked it, and I think it's just because it was the first time I had finished reading the entire series, and so I really wanted to stay connected to the series and have it live on. So I didn't pay as much attention to the actual writing or what really it was saying, because also the plot is crazy. I was talking recently to a friend of mine who's a Harry Potter fan but hasn't read Cursed Child, and she's asking me like, okay, overview, what is it about? And I go, well, Bellatrix and Voldemort had a baby. And she looked at me, she's like, what? That makes no sense. And I go, you know what? You're right. I think it's just such an absurd story and it doesn't really work. And I don't know. Also, Hermione just doesn't feel like Hermione in it, even though she's older. Not a fan of Cursed Child, honestly. It's not great. But I do still want to go eventually see the second part of it in person, because I've only ever seen part 1. And in person, you don't really focus on what they're saying or the storyline, but you get to see the magic and how they do it on a Broadway stage, which was phenomenally done. And the last book I read this month, which I'm curious what day I finished this on, because I haven't read a book in so long. Oy. So I finished this November 8th. Oh, that's so depressing. I haven't finished a book in like 3 weeks. Oy. But I am currently reading 3, which I have been reading for a very long time. Still, that's unacceptable. But that book was The Pursuit of Love by Nancy Mitford, and this was a very cute book. I thought it was a very nice, I don't know if it's a classic, but it kind of feels like a classic, the writing style especially, and it was a pretty quick read. It was sweet. It reminded me, okay, no, it didn't remind me of Pride and Prejudice, but the writing, not the writing style, just the language. There you go. It's definitely, well, when was it written? Okay, this was published in 1945, so definitely along the timeline of a classic, and you can feel that in the writing. However, it's not very hard to read, I would say, and it's easy to stay interested in the story, which I really appreciated because I wanted to read a classic this month, and this book was actually gifted to me, and it's brought all the way from Paris, so I was very happy to read it, and it was a sweet story. But yes, oh, such a short video. I'm currently reading 24/6, which is about not using your phone one day a week. Dirty Rowdy Thing, which is in the Christina Lauren Wild Seasons series. It's the second book of a series. And Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. So I thought I would have at least made it to 7 this month and finished those books, but that has not happened. Maybe I'll finish them tonight, and maybe... probably not, but yeah, those are all the books I read in November, very sadly. Oh my gosh, I need to read so much more in December, and next year I need to just be more efficient with my reading. Not efficient, but more consistent. That's the word I'm looking for, because I swear some months I read 20 books and then November I read 4. So it sucks because I love reading so much. I want to do it more often. I get overwhelmed in other things and then I forget to read, which is not good. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed and have a lovely day, and check out my Instagram and my TikTok and all that good stuff down below, and stay hydrated, drink lots of water, and bye.